it's all gonna be good. Don't worry about nothing, don't worry about nothing, nothing now. It's all gonna be good. So breathe like you know you should. Yeah, breathe.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at another amazing video on Microsoft Excel for data analytics. In today's video we are going to be seeing how we can split a column into different how you can split values in a column, into different columns. All right, and so like we have something like this, how we can actually split these values into the right columns in Microsoft Excel. And so if you're ready, let's jump right in. Good. Now a lot of the time if you're working with Excel, there might come a point in time where you are going to have to face something like this during your data cleaning process. All right, now before you do your analysis, a lot of the time you need to clean the data before, and sometimes you might end up facing something like this, all right, or things like this. All right, now in today's video I'm going to be showing you two ways of which you can work around things like this. All right, first we are going to be using a function, all right, and then the secondly we are going to simply use a formula, all right, to do these things. And so if you look right here, this is a data set that we are using. If you look right here on this data set, you can see that under this particular column, we have the name, we have Ezekiel, and then 25, we have 805, 1995, Georgia. Now in the first instance, this is simply telling us that these are supposed to be in different columns, where this Ezekiel is supposed to be the name, and then this 25 is actually supposed to be about maybe the age, or in some cases it could be the revenue, whatever that is that the data set that you are using is all about. All right, and then we have this right here being the date. As you can see, it says 805 1995, so this is representing the date. All right, and then we have Georgia, which could represent resident or city or whatever that it is. All right, but we have all of this under one column. All right, we have all of this under one column, and sometimes you could even see something as messy as this. Sometimes you could just even see it some way like this. All right, and everything looks very bad. All right, but what you need to do is not to panic. Okay, that is why Microsoft Excel is there, so we can simply just clean this properly and then make the rightful adjustments. Okay, and so now that we've seen that this is our data set, okay, what the first thing that we need to do or make sure of is to analyze and see if all of these items are actually under one column. Now if they are all under one column, then that is the best case scenario. It simply means the person that typed data set didn't have the time to split them accordingly. All right, so the person just summed everything up under one column just like that, and that is a very bad data entry, but it happens. Okay, all right, and so once you see like this, what we are going to do is that we are simply going to extend this. All right, so we are extending the first column to see if all of these items are actually in that particular column. Most of the times, or a lot of the times, they are all written just under one column. All right, and so if that is fine, if that is that, then that is fine. So once we have our values like this, now we've expanded it to now see this clearly, and now we can see that, all right, so there are actually 4 different columns that these particular values are supposed to go into. And so I have created my columns for them right here. All right, so you can just go in and create your columns. It's simple. It's just as simple as just say name. So this is name. All right, so now this is age. All right, so you have the data set, so you know what is in there. All right, or you can verify from the person that keyed in the values. All right, let the person know that, or ask the person these things. I can see that there are different values. What are the column headers for each one of them? All right, and the person just tell you, oh, okay, so this is actually the name of the person, this is the age of the person, this is the date of birth of the person, and this is the city or residence or whatever. All right, so the person can tell you that. All right, so once you have that, you can say, oh, all right, sure, then that is fine. So now you go in and create your columns. All right, so I have my name, my age, and then I'm going to say date of birth, and now for the last one I'm going to say, all right, so this is residence. All right, and then that is that, and then from there this is simply formatting. Okay, it's simply formatting. You can just format this, make it bold. All right, maybe fill them like so, and then it's just formatting. All right, so we are not going to go into formatting today. All right, so that is that for that. If you wanted to know how I created this, all right, so that is that for that. So now that we have created our columns, our individual columns for the values, then we are simply going to go in and say, all right, now we've gotten everything. So you can either select all of the columns, all of the values in the columns, but sometimes the values are just so many. If we are having about 10,000 items, 10,000 columns or 1,000 columns and things like that, rows, excuse me, I don't know why today, rows and things like that, sometimes it can be difficult to go and highlight all of them. So what you can do is just simply select the first one, hold down Control and Shift, and then click on the down button. All right, the down, if you look on your the right side of the laptop, you can see there's up, left, right, and then down. All right, so you can just, all you need to do is to select the first one, hold down Control Shift, hit on the down. All right, and it's going to select the entire thing. All right, so once that is done, you want to go to data. Right, you want to come right up here to data, so select data, and now you have an option called text columns, which is right over here. We have text columns, so I'm going to select text column, and it's going to show me this. And these comments, I'm separating them by the comma, because as you can see, if you look right here, the individual items are separated by commas. All right, sometimes they are separated by spaces, so when you come here, your delimiter is going to be space, but in this case they are separated by commas. All right, sometimes it's hyphen, sometimes it's slash. All right, all of that. So once you identify your values, you identify the kind of delimiter. All right, in this case the delimiter is our commas. All right, so it's Ezekiel comma 25 comma date comma. All right, all of that. So that's our delimiter, the comma. So once I come here, I'm going to go to next. All right, and then once I come to next, I'm going to identify my delimiter. So delimiters is asking me what are my delimiters. All right, and so my delimiter, I'm going to go and select, and in this case it's comma. Now if my delimiter is not found over here, all right, you can simply just come right here and just put that in there. So now you can see comma. All right, and it's still going to separate it like that. And now right from there, we are going to go to next, and then we are going to come here, and now from here it's asking you for the destination. So you are going to select where you want the new cleaned data to be to be placed. All right, you are going to, they are going to ask you where you want the new clean data to be placed. All right, so once you come in, everything is sorted out, everything is looking good for you, you go to your destination, click on the arrow like so, and now you are going to go and select where you want your destination to be placed. Now because I've created my column right over here, I want the items to be in there. All right, so I'm going to go and I'm going to select this. All right, so that is where I want my destination to start from, and then I'm going to click on finish, and now you can see that now it's arranged everything accordingly. So now for my name, I have the names. All right, for the age, I have my ages column, date of birth, I have date of birth, and then residence, I have my residence. All right, just as it's showing right over there. And then from there, if you need to do some formatting and all of that, you can simply just go and say, all right, so for all of this, I don't want it to look that way. I want it to look, I want the format style to be Times New Roman, right? So now you can just go and just say, all right, so you want the format to be Times New Roman, and now it's looking how you want to look, how you want it to look. All right, so that is one way of using the of splitting items or values that are in a column to different columns. All right, so now I'll be showing you the second way, where we can just use a formula to do just that. All right, so let's jump in and let me show you. Hello, I'm Meshach here, and still in the course of the video, just wanted to take a minute and to let you know that if you're a small business owner or someone trying to break into data analytics, hey, you should know that I can help you move faster without confusion. Over here, I offer one-on-one data analytics coaching, where I teach you podcast skills in Power BI, SQL, Excel, Python, alright, and business insights tailored to your goals. Whether it's for improving decisions or landing a role, you are at the right place. I also needed to know that I've also created a Power BI beginner ebook that breaks everything down step by step, no jargon, no overwhelming. And so if you are ready to actually understand data and use it with confidence, I'll ask you to check the links right below. I've attached it to my video. Alright, and you can see, so this is my one-on-one coaching, where you can book a coaching session with me, and you can get to ask me questions directly, and I can help you to solve any problem that you are looking to solve when it comes to data analytics. You can also find my ebook here, right? And so if there is something that you like, you can simply go in and then you can purchase it, and it's quite affordable, so you can just go in and purchase it, and trust me that you are going to get the value that you are looking for as you buy this book. All right, so without much ado, I digress. Let's move back to the video. All right, and so the second way to do this is to use what we call the TextSplit. All right, so the TextSplit is a function, and we know that for functions you need to begin with an equal to sign. All right, so we are going to be using the TextSplit to see how we can expand this particular values right here into the various rightful columns as well. All right, and so to do that, what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to come right here. So I'm just going to copy all of this. All right, let me just copy all of this like so, and I'm going to put them right here. All right, so that we can see as we use the TextSplit. All right, okay. So I'm simply going to go in and say that, all right, so because we are using the TextSplit, it's a function and it starts with an equal to. So equal to, all right, and then I'm going to type my function, which is TextSplit, like so. So this is a function name, TextSplit. So we want to split the text, all right, so we are using TextSplit, and I'm going to select TextSplit, and it's asking me for the text, all right. So what is the text, or what are the texts, all right, that I'm looking for to split? Okay, and so it's this. So this is a text that I'm looking for to split. All right. So now that I've selected this, now I can select all of them again. But this time I just want to select just the first one. All right, and the user, because it's a function, we can just drag down, right, and that is simple. And so I select my text, and I'm going to say, once I've selected my text, it's saying, all right, so now I'm done with that. So comma, and it's asking me for the column delimiter. All right, now the column delimiter, or the delimiter in this case again is comma. All right, it's still comma. Don't forget that the comma is our delimiter. All right, so we are going to be using the comma as our core delimiter. All right, but in this case, comma is not a numeric value, all right, or an integer. It's a string value. All right, comma is a string value, and so if I just put comma right here, this is not going to work. All right, it's going to give me value error. All right, it's going to give me value error, so you don't do this. All right, so what you are going to do is going to say that because the comma is a string value, we need to put it in that quotation bracket. All right, so whenever there's a string value, put it in those bracket. All right, but when it's an integer, you can just leave it as so. Okay, in this case, we are splitting by delimiter comma, which is a string value. So I'm going to put it in this, and I'm going to say comma, and I can close it like so. All right, so now my column delimiter, which is the comma, I've added that, and then within my bracket. All right, so now if I'm to enter this, you can see that now it's working, where we have Ezekiel, we have the age, we have date, and then we have Georgia. All right, so now that we have this, it's just simply let's see, I've never tried this, but let's see, like so. So this is not working. Let me see. Good, exactly, so it's working. So in this case, we just select and then we drag all along. I was trying to double click on this, it wasn't working, but that is fine. So we can just select and then drop down to the exact. All right, or we can just we could have just done it one by one like so, and then that will also work. All right, and so yes, this is the two various ways by which we can split columns, we can split values in columns to the respective columns in Microsoft Excel. All right, and so yeah, I do hope this video, now we can simply just go in and format this as well. If you just want to format, we can again just go in and do our formatting. I love to format my work because it makes it look clean. All right, so we can just simply go and format it as well, and then it's like this. And so yeah, these are the two various ways by which you can split columns, values in columns in their respective columns in Microsoft Excel. I do hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, be sure to comment down in the comment box below. Let me know what you learned, all right, and how helpful this was to you. All right, also don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to do that, it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate you for doing that. All right, and be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can join the Nakama, so that when I upload any new video like this, you are going to be among the first to be notified. And so with that much ado, I'll pause here. Like I always say, do take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in the next Microsoft Excel video. Take care. Whatever you type, baby, that's what you like.